Ciao ragazzi, hello everyone. Alright, the live will start soon. A brief introduction. First of all, of course, this live I expect people from all around the world to join. So it will be both in English and Italian. Of course, I will answer to both questions, bro. Depending on who writes them, right? So it will be both in Italian and English, depending on the subject. Second of all, I think I have to do a little bit of introduction before we start. That we will start in around like 5 minutes or so. Most of you, of course, know me for Spike Shadowhunter, the one on the channel. I usually stream Monster Hunter as my hobby. I am a deep fan, but in my real life, my job is being the gameplay director of Enotria, the last song, that will be released very soon. A matter of fact, in fact, you can pre-order the game. Yeah, I am the gameplay director, actually. Kim. Of Enotria. So I'm excited to bring you the first, like, in a full preview of the game. Of course, today we'll not go through the entire of Enotria, because the game is very long. So, of course, we will not play through the entire game. We only will play a chunk. I will show you a couple of things that I think you will find interesting. Of course, I will answer questions during the stream. We will discuss a little bit about like all the system Enotria has. So we will discuss mainly gameplay, of course, both the RPG, the combat, the level design, encounter design, a couple of this stuff. I think you would be interested in. Ciao Giacomo. Yeah, so in a couple of minutes we will start. Ciao, grazie mille Mattias. Let's go. Grazie per I 40 mesi. No, we are not doing deals. Speedrun no damage? No. But Enotria will be speedrun friendly. So I hope people will jump on the speedrun aspect of it as well. As I was saying, Enotria is a very long game. So today we'll only be playing a chunk of it. Ciao, Jackie. And I think each one of you will be excited to see what the game will offer. And I'm excited as well, guys. You know, last time I was this... I had like a little bit of anxiety in streaming was like 10 years ago. Because of course, this is a very important moment for me, for Jamma. So I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. Bella fede. One thing goes. All right. So in about 2 minutes we will start. I see we are already 105. In the meantime, I'm making a post on YouTube as well. I've already made one. I'll make another. So I can have like a further reminder that the live is starting. I'm delaying it a bit so as many people as possible can join the start of the game with us, because the start of the game in all Souls-like game is a very important moment. So of course I want each one of you to enjoy the first part of the game as much as possible. Grazie mille Struffolone per il sub. So I'm making another post, then I think we will start. Grazie, thanks for the follow, Harley. Gigio, grazie mille per il sub. Ciao Spera, ciao signor Brock. Yeah, I was one of the devs that made the first live stream. Yeah, I was with Fabio back in the day. Grazie per il follow, Michu. And thanks for the sub as well, Bella Arthur. Okay, I think we will start. I think we will start right now. I will mute myself so you can fully enjoy the start of the game and the initial cutscene. I was saying after the shader compilation, because we made an update, so of course I'm compiling the shaders again. Yes. So we have one extra minute to speak about the game first. Dark Traffic, grazie mille per il follow. Thanks for the follow. Yes. Harley, ciao. Ciao a tutti. Credetemi, lo shader compilation vi fa perdere un minuto per avere un'esperienza di gioco molto superiore. A breve partiremo con la cutscene iniziale. We will start with the initial cutscene really soon. And again, I'm gonna play through the first chunk of the game. Of course, I will not spoil all the secrets for you. I will let you see. Prontissimi. Bella di un mid. Non abbiamo dei requisiti minimi alti su PC. I think that many people will be able to play Enotria even with a medium range hardware. Dark Traffic, thanks a lot. Grazie mille. Adesso ci siamo, vi lascerò godere la cutscene iniziale, ragazzi.
Change bears fruits. Awaken, maskless one. The stage is set.
Eccoci qua, innanzitutto sono successe un po' di cose. Grazie mille a Top Games per il ride. Ha streamato anche lui in anteprima Enotria prima di me. Grazie mille a tutti i ragazzi, a Mr. Janary per il sub. Grazie mille per il follow anche a tutti quanti voi ragazzi. Bella Pruld. Pruld streamerà questa sera alle 21 anche lui in anteprima Enotria e il full game chiaramente. E benvenuti ragazzi. Bella Pirax. Bella. E quindi iniziamo ragazzi. Sì, siamo qui. Ovviamente non abbiamo skippato il tutorial. I'm gonna switch to English right now. To recap, thanks everybody for the ride. Thanks to Pruldi, we'll stream the game at 21 today, so 9 p.m. Thanks Top Games for the ride. He streamed the Enotria before us. And so yeah, this was the end of the intro. We will not skip the tutorial. I highly suggest all of you to not skip the tutorial. Even if you are a veteran Souls-like players, because in the tutorial we will introduce many specific mechanics of Enotria, and we have a really hard and in-depth RPG game. So in the tutorial we will explain parts of it, so you can have an head start in the understanding of the whole system. So you will definitely have a better experience for it, right? Non lo giochiamo con intero in italiano. Teo, unfortunately, I expect this stream to have international audience, so the game is in English, the text and the dialogues, but I remind all of you that the game is translated in 14 languages and dubbed in 3. So there is the English dub, that is the default one, of course, the Italian dub, and also the Japanese dub. So you can fully play Enotria in Italian, or maybe just use the voice in Italian and have the text in English, whatever. Thank you a lot, Pirax. Thank you a lot. So, should we start? I think we should, right? So, let's go to the first part. In this very first part, we are just gonna show the very basic of any Souls-like games. So, for all of you guys that have already played the Souls-like games, this should this should be familiar for you, so you can target lock and attack with R1. You'll be able to quick step. This is more Bloodborne-like. Instead, if you are not target locking, you are gonna roll. We don't have a weight class system, so you will always quick step and roll depending on if you are target locking an enemy or not. Our parry is very close to Sekiro's parry. It is executed by pressing R1. It's very reactive. You can chain in and out of it, and I'll be able to fill up this meter that I will show you later to execute a powerful riposte attack. I will show you more in depth of that mechanic later because it's very important for the game. Berserker, thanks a lot for the sub. No damage, ci serve lol. My favorite Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter Frontier. Or mainline game is Freedom Unite. Okay, so this guy is teaching us about unraveling. I suggest you to not rush. Keep reading what you want. Take this first part of the game slowly. This is my personal suggestion because we have lots of mechanics that you want to learn, and you want to learn them because that makes Enotria different from other Souls-like games. So I suggest you to take your time with the game. So we have a jump button, and of course you also have jump attacks are executed with R1 while midair. One particular part of our combat system and our combos is that you will be able to basically queue them up in a specific way to execute them differently from like a standard Souls-like. So I'll give you an example. You see, this is the longsword, right? My regular combo is R1, R1, R1. These are at light attack chain. And my heavy chain is R2, followed by an R2. However, in Enotria, what you can do is pressing R1, then following with R2, and you see that I have executed the second R2 attack, not the first one, and also the execution is faster than usual. So basically all the weapons have a way to speed up their combos and improve your DPS uptime. So you have different ways in which you can chain your attacks, and these also count not only for example, light and heavy attacks, but also if I execute, for example, a running attack and then an heavy attack. So you can really experiment with the combo. It's non-linear, right? It's closer to a fighting game in that sense. And right now, of course, we have like our Estus, that is the Harmonia Amber. The Harmonia Amber is always equipped in your character inventory. It is recharged at any reality knot. This is our version of the bonfire. And it is always available, so you can press triangle or Y and just heal yourself. So this is the first boss, this is the tutorial boss, is the Force of Change. You can practice parry against this guy. We made it easy so you can really practice against him and execute riposte attacks. Grazie mille per il sub. Thanks a lot. I'm taking time so you can also enjoy the music. That I think will be an highlight for many of you that play the game. No, parlo anche in italiano, Anterius. But as this stream will have international audience, I suggest I also will mostly speak English for that reason. I recommend it playing on a controller, but this is up to personal preference. I also believe that we worked a lot on the mouse and keyboard control as well. And when we developed the game, we were developing the game, we tested it on both a lot. So both on controller and mouse and keyboard to have the best experience possible with both. However, I think that most of the player will find that playing with a controller would be more comfortable, and also is more common if you play also other Souls-like games. Usually their preferred input mode. This is PC, yes, but it will be released on PlayStation really soon, and also Xbox later. Okay, so this is the part of the tutorial where we explain loadouts a little bit, and is one of the most complex systems we have. So this is, of course, is a guided playthrough. In every reality knot, you will have access to this option that's called loadouts. You can go into it, and you will have up to 3 that you can equip at once, and you can switch between loadouts on the fly. This is one unique thing we have, so you can literally switch your build immediately with the press of a button. The first thing you want to customize on your loadout is your mask. This is the most important piece of equipment you have, and also having a mask allows you to equip perks. We will see perks a little bit later. Of course, you still have your Souls-like double weapon. In this case, you can switch on the fly. For each loadout, you can switch it freely. Parry gems is another system we have. This basically customizes your parry. You can improve the damage reduction on spells, melee magic attacks like elemental attacks, or you can deflect arrows better, etc. Also, some gems are better at unraveling an enemy than others, but are more punishing if you play them incorrectly. And I will leave up to this to you to discover. This one is lines. Lines are basically spells, chargeable spells. You warm them up. We will see about lines a little bit later. You warm them up by attacking, and then you can freely execute them individually. And then of course we have like standard consumable items that you can equip to your character. This is our large big new system. This is the Path of Innovators. These are basically passive abilities you can equip on your character. Not all of them are purely passive, like sometimes it requires the player to pursue certain actions in order for them to trigger. So for example, the first one we let you unlock is this one. This says that casting a Mask Lying equip in slot 1, this is the one on top. Basically infuse your weapon with Gratia, that is one of the elements. Elements in Enotria are very important to understand because they can make your build a lot more specialized, and also enemies that are weak to a specific element are a lot easier to kill by using the correct element against them. And I think that this can be something that you want really to explore in the game, because we have a lot of weapon variety with a different, statistics, element, non-element, more status, less status, etc. So we're gonna keep this one. The second one is this. It's called the preparedness. Basically, this allows you to unravel enemies. That is the mechanic that allows you to then repulse them by dodging, not only by parrying. Of course, parrying will be always a little bit more powerful than dodging for obvious reason. But this, of course, unlocks a whole new playstyle and also can be very good for players that really likes to basically only exclusively dodge. This is also an option we want to give. Of course, as you can see, I have to equip perks in the loadout, so each individual loadout can have their own perks. So I'm gonna keep these two. And then the final thing is aspects. Basically, aspects, what they do is alter your stats by giving you extra levels. So this can be used to, for example, reach a certain virtue requirement to equip a line or a weapon, whatever. Or they can be used for, I don't know, empowering a specific statistics exceptionally. Because the more advanced aspect, we will see some of them during these streams, not only increase a stats, but also increase, a virtue, but also increase like a stats. For example, increasing your physical attack power by 10%. And this, of course, is on top of what you already would obtain normally. So I'm just going to keep this one. And again, aspects are individual for each loadout, so you can further customize them. And feel that each individual piece of your loadout is unique, and so you can really like swap builds. We really lean into these swapping builds on the fly. And then of course we will leave the bonfire, the reality knot. We immediately unlock you a second mask with a whole new playstyle you can play immediately that is more keen to ranged attacks instead. Of course you will be free to read and explore all of them a lot throughout the game. We have 68 perks, a lot of masks, a lot of lines, etc. So the combination are almost limitless, to be honest. So hopefully you will find them interesting even to read through. Again, I can tap the button to switch to a loadout quickly. This also puts me in awakened state briefly, as you can see, as a further incentive to swap between builds. And now I have the Ardore Burst. This allows you to also interact with some part of the environment. We will see them in main rifts. And also some of the destructible in the world requires you to burst to destroy them. Let me read to the comments. Demo dot, okay. Let's take the elevator. What the pesto does, the pesto cleanses your abnormal status immediately, all of them. So no matter the abnormal status that is on you, the pesto will clear it. Let's gather some of the keepable items. Alright, so right now we are gonna charge the mask line, and here the game immediately hints you at some of the elemental weaknesses of the enemies. As you can see, these enemies have like a special health bar. Basically it indicates that this enemy that is aligned with Fatwa is especially weak to Gratia. As you remember from like 1 minute ago, we have a perk that allows you to infuse our weapon with Gratia, so this will come in handy really soon. I'm gonna charge my mask line by hitting the enemy. Now my mask line is equipped, so I can use it. And my weapon is infused with gratia. And now that my attack deals gratia, I deal an enormous amount of extra damage to that enemy. Also I procced Radiant. Basically every element also have a status attached. In the case of Radiant, it basically creates an explosion to the enemy that it hits when it procs. However, if they don't explode, or you leave them as Radiant, and this also counts for yourself, they are gonna heal over time. Basically, each one of our abnormal status have a positive side and also a negative side. So sometimes you want them to be active on you, to buff yourself, but also you need to be very wary because they can also debuff you at the same time. And of course, he gets annihilated with the gratia attack. This is also a reminder that damage also are able to deal elemental damage. And usually elemental attacks are a lot more powerful than regular attacks in our game, especially if you don't prepare for them. However, don't worry, you have lots of tools to defend yourself against elemental damage and their related status, so this will not be like something that it will be a chore throughout the game if you play it with consciousness. And also you have 3 loadouts, so you will always have the options to switch to a loadout that can handle that specific abnormal status better than usual, right? I will show you also the compendium a little bit later because it contains the recap for many of the things that we're showing right now. Yes, we improved the tutorial from the demo so that players will understand our game a little bit more, because again, Enotria have a really big RPG system. And most of the stuff is optional, of course. It's optional to understand. But if you do understand it, you will find that why our game is different than other Souls-like games, because we really put a lot of effort in our part, right? So everything that is outside the basic of the combat system, because the base of the base is a Souls-like. So you expect the player to dodge, roll, even parrying maybe, or blocking. But it's everything else that is our side of our take on the Souls-like genre. In gameplay standpoint, of course, because art style and audio, I think it is very apparent why we are different. So of course, this is dizziness, for example. When dizziness is applied, our stamina regeneration is increased. Our overall damage is increased, but also our defense are lowered, and this also counts for enemies, right? So basically, you are a little bit more of a glass cannon. You need really to be aware of dizziness, because sometimes you will notice enemies dealing a lot more damage than usual to you. But this can also help you kill enemies faster if you are handling it correctly, especially on heavier weapon, because the stamina regeneration does a lot. Of course, this is a stamina-based combat system, so stamina regeneration is extremely good. So there are also the language Italian. Yes. Sì. Il gioco è completamente doppiato e tradotto in italiano. Ovviamente lo sto parlando in inglese perché oggi durante la live abbiamo international audience, right? I'm gonna repeat myself again. Of course, the game is fully dubbed in Italian and also localized in Italian. I'm playing in English because we have international audience today. Il Senza Mani, grazie mille per il follow. Okay, so this special loot that is colored in blue, you can pick it up. Those are compendium entries, and now I'm gonna show you the compendium. The compendium is a place where you can lead lore and many other stuff. Like we have like some quest tract here, and you have something about enemies that you can read depending on what you killed. The more you kill, the more you unlock entries on them, so you can read through them. We have a lot of entries you can read through for the lore enthusiasts, and if you want to follow what is happening around. And again, in the companion, there is the recap on everything I've explained vocally right now. So there is explanation on their durable awakening, unraveling, the elements, etc., etc., etc. The further you go, the more you unlock entries right here. So you can fully like understand at 360 degrees what the game is all about, and you don't have to remember all of that. But it will be written here, so don't worry about it. Also, by picking up new entries, this is both from killing enemies, completing quests, gathering them around the world, you will increase your inspiration points, and the inspiration points are used for unlocking new perks in the path of innovators. So basically what I'm saying is that by discovering lore, you can level up your base character. So I think that we find like a way to really encourage exploration in that sense, and also reading through stuff. I think it will be more exciting for you. This other weapon is the Juniper Thorn sword, right? The Juniper sword. Also, I want to specify that we have lore on each item that you can read through, as you can see. So not only the lore is in the compendium, but also on each individual item, lines, perks, everything as a lore related things that you can read through in the menus. The Juniper Thorn is an epic longsword that you can play immediately. Is the one we also used in the cover. It's really powerful early on, and this is why we put it here, if you want to play with a more powerful weapon immediately from the get-go. Otherwise, you will find like many weapons, especially in Quinta, really early on for basically for every weapon class. So you can fully enjoy the game with each weapon class of your choice. We will play a variety of weapons in this playthrough, also because we have system that allows the player to basically roll back upgrades for weapons. Of course, this option is locked if the weapon goes to +10, so if you fully committed to the weapon, you can no longer roll it back. And of course, it will not refund your memoria, but it will refund your material. So if you think that maybe some weapon is not for you, you will be able to partially revert it at least. Okay, so we can level up. Of course, these are the virtue menus, as you can see. They are slightly different than the demo. Now we have specialized them a little bit more, so the players can fully enjoy playthroughs and progression for a single class. I think we will go for the Elementalist build in this run, because I think that is one peculiar build we have, and also is one of the things that really encourages variety in our case. In the first part of the game, I usually enjoy putting points in Breezer, so my HP are a little bit higher. But we will see what we want to do right now. Maybe yeah, some points in Breezer, like a couple, and then I start going to the Elementalist class. I also want to show you like the weapon variety we have. I'm also going to keep the other lines we have, and I'll swap a perk for the Fatuo path, because enemies in Quinta can be vis-aligned, and if they are vis-aligned, Fatuo is very effective against them. The GS commitment. So our version of the Ultra Great Sword, yeah, is closer to Monster Hunter animation commitment than Dark Souls animation commitment in that sense. So I can show you. The light attacks are a bit faster now compared to the demo. However, the really powerful heavy attacks, like the heavy attacks, of course, are a lot slower. And I think this can really play in the power fantasy of having like an ultra weapon. Extremely powerful, but also a lot slower. Now, welcome to the field of beginning of Quinta. Or what we call also the sunflower field. Also, we will have polls probably during this live stream, so you can vote for the weapon we are going to use. Yeah. I think the first pool will come really soon. Actually, I'm gonna make it. So the first pool will be the weapon to use versus the elite lumberjack. Of course, we're going to use the stage weapon that are really weak, but I think it will be funny for you to, to look at them. So the weapon that we are currently having are the longsword class, the greatsword class, the morning star class. We also have the colossal greatsword and the polearm. So you have 1 minute to vote, and then we will use that specific weapon. So let's go. In the meantime, I'm going to keep exploring this area for you. Use that line, and of course lines are really powerful. Yes, it is the full game, Matt. It is. And you voted for the Colossal Greatsword, I see. La D-tier support weapon, questo lo scoprirete voi. You will discover what is the D-tier support weapon. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna use the Harmonious Up. This gives me lifesteal basically for a short duration. I'm gonna use the line, of course. The game tells me that he's a Vis enemy the first time. Riposte. Of course, Ultra Great Sword riposte attacks are really powerful. Let me use a line against him. Now my weapon is infused with Fatuo, so I'm gonna deal extra damage. Of course, Fatuo applies Wicked. Wicked basically increases the enemy elemental attack, but also if you hit that specific enemy, you will gain health back. This also counts on you, of course. If you are Wicked, your elemental power is increased. However, if enemy hits you, they will heal themselves. And let's end this guy with a backstab attack. Il trapano vicino, no. Got drop down. Gonna take new consumable items. Let's drop down again for the crabs zone. Again, as you can see, by killing enemies you unlock entrance on them, so you can read through to them. Quanti slot? Ben zero in realtà. Abbiamo messo easter egg, beh sì. Is your face low? Ah yes, of course. Grazie, Thanos. Will there be a new demo? We have no plans for a new demo, actually. Alright, so I've unlocked a couple of points for the Path of Innovators, as you can see. As I told you, probably today we're going through this specific path. This is the elementalist path. Of course, you can have many directions you can take. Like you can go full in one of the path. You can mix them. Throughout the game, more or less, you will be able to progress through more than one path. So optionally, you can have hybrid builds if you want to, of course, or you can fully spec into one thing. Most of the inspiration is given by doing secondary stuff. We have lots of it. We have a lot of optional content and several optional areas. So hopefully you will fully explore the world around you. So first of all, the first perk I usually take when going through the elementalist path is this one. Basically, this is that while my weapon is infused, I deal additional elemental damage. So of course, infusion already enables the elemental on my weapon, even the one that usually don't have any element on them. If this perk is equipped, my my weapon is dealing even more elemental damage. So I think this is one of the first buy for display. So let's go. This also, I'm gonna keep, for example, one of these perks. I think, even though I'm gonna definitely swap it later. You can parry ranged attacks. The enemies get unraveled if you parry them, even if they are ranged. You will thanks us later. Some of the section, these can really make you make your life easier. And these are the reliquary glyphs that that I was telling you earlier. You can Ardore Burst. This enables new path for a limited time though, so you have to be quick in traversing them. Here we go. Bella Leo. A classical mage? Not really, especially not early on. However, there are playstyles that we have enabled. If a player knows how to build their character, I won't spoil you too much. That allows you to basically infinite cast mask lines. There is more than one way. So the answer is no, like purely 100%, but you can come really close to it. If you find the right perks, the right masks, the right build, the right stats, there are ways. There are a lot of ways you can customize your character. And I won't spoil more, because it's one of the most interesting way to play the game. You can backstab, yes, but backstabs are always locked behind unraveling as well. So you have to unravel the enemy regardless if you want to backstab or front stab them right from the front. So you don't have like the classic Dark Souls backstab, like in Bloodborne also. Bloodborne you cannot. And this is because, of course, our character is very, very agile. So. And entering and the riposte in our game makes you enter unraveling. This is an extremely powerful state to be in. So let's go. Let's switch weapon a bit. Let's go to Morningstar maybe. I will let you choose like weapons for every major encounter of the game. Don't worry. Bella Seba. Harmonia expansion, this basically allows you to have more Memoria. Memoria Embers, that is the healing item. I can't say Ita. Itanos I can't say. Ah, yeah. Switch. Of course, the switch attacks also is a dodge, so it procs our perks related to the dodge. This is the full game. We basically have. I am the gameplay director, and today we decided to have like an early world premiere stream for Enotria. So I'm gonna stream right now at 9 p.m. The Pruld is going to stream as well.
Today is a glorious day. Isn't Quinta wonderful?
And this is one of the highlights of the game, of course, for many of you. That also, you have seen this in the trailers a lot. It is the classic bridge that creates... This is an Ardore Rift. A glyph that basically can alter reality for a while, as long as we are in it. Crossing the boundaries resets the rifts. What is the most effective build? Of course, I cannot spoil it for you. Technically speaking, there is an easier build for newcomers. My suggestion, because I don't want to go into specifics, of course, is level a little bit more of Breezer stats. Breezer gives you health, and this helps, of course, is more health, more defense, more status defense, and this makes you naturally stronger, of course. And always remember to level up your weapons, because these really makes the difference. More than leveling, than simply leveling attack, of course.
Welcome to Quinta, the city of actors. Oh, what's left?
There we go. Let's talk to Pulcinella. That is our companion throughout this tragedy.
I can almost hear the churning of gears inside that expressionless noggin of yours. Who, what, where, when, why? Hush, hush, my promising prodigy. Head for the castle atop the hill, and all will be revealed.
Okay, so Pulcinella gives us the next objective. Of course, he will be, again, an important character throughout the story. If you follow his dialogues, he will guide you through the game, basically. The golden path of the game. Because, again, Enotria have a lot of optional content and optional areas that you can find yourself in. So let's pick this up again. Let's go. You want Italian subtitles? Actually, I can give you Italian subtitles. The important thing is having like a part of it in English. So I think I can give you Italian subtitles. I think it will be fine. So again, we are going Elementalist as well. In the first part of the game, of course, you level up a lot faster. So you can immediately customize your character, more or less. We made a lot of improvements in the animation of the game from the demo. Both from visual effect, audio effect, and also animation themselves. So I think we improved on that regard a lot, because of course we polished the game a lot since then. So I think I can give you language. Yeah, I have to go back to the main menu to do so. Alright, probably next time. Of course, my weapon is level 1, it's not that good. It's also a stage weapon. The stage weapons are very bad. So you want to replace them as soon as possible if you find something better. Again, in this live stream I will not show you like all the secrets of the game. I want you to really explore it yourself. Probably most of you will be like familiar with Quinta by now, at least the first section of Quinta. I want to specify. He's dead. Here we go, a dog, one of the enemy that you didn't see in the demo. There is respec in the game, but you have to unlock it. It will not be available immediately. There is New Game Plus, and it's also a lot harder than the base game. We made the first run of the game more, like, easier overall, because we want everyone to explore the game and enjoy it. And not only that, we of course encourage build variety, so we want players to explore, and in order to do so, especially because our RPG is extremely in-depth, we didn't want to hard-gate the players, especially early on. Of course, you will find that the later parts of the game are a little bit harder, and also optional content is definitely harder than the main content, but the first run through will not be hyper hard, I think, especially if you are like an extremely hardcore Souls-like player. However, our New Game Plus is extremely harder than the base game. So if you really want to, you can go in New Game Plus, and also there will be something that we will announce eventually. Tipo carvare. No, you will obtain certain items from characters, yes. Okay, this one is a bit more powerful. And also I'm dizzy, so you have to play carefully. But he is done. There are many bosses, yes. There are really hard bosses, especially again optional one are significantly harder than some of the main, probably. But you can explore it yourself. It also really depends on your playstyle, right? Because the game has a lot of build variety. So depending on how you play the game, you will find that some bosses kind of counter your playstyle a bit, so it will definitely be harder to play against some of them than others, and is mostly subjective in that sense. But yeah, there are definitely harder bosses and easier bosses. It will depend on you, your playstyle, also your level of experience. Like again, if you played every Souls-like game for, you know, since Dark Souls 1, these the game will be a bit easier. But I think that even easier doesn't mean easy. Like, we have the first part that is easier. New doggos. So, okay, let me level up a bit more. I'm gonna take a few levels in Trickster because it increases my stamina. And now, of course, this is the demo boss arena for Curtis. You already know that. So I'll let you pick which weapon class we're gonna use for Curtis. In the meantime, I'm gonna explore the areas around here. So I'll create another pool. So we still have UGS, Polearm, Longsword, Greatsword. And Morningstar. It's a bug, no, I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna keep exploring the surrounding areas first while waiting for you. There will be... I cannot fully tell, Kim. There are something that I'm not allowed to say, even during this live stream. Again, I want you to fully explore the game for yourself. And the winner is the Longsword with the 46 votes, like 42%, 82%. So let's take the Longsword. I need 1 point in Elementalist though, so I can keep the Silver Wasp. Silver Wasp is one great longsword. Is definitely better than the stage longsword also. Yeah, let's take 1 extra point here. One thing that is very important, lines do reset when entering a boss arena. There are ways to partially mitigate this. I'll let you explore that. And I've applied the sickness on him. This is basically our version of poison. This deals damage over time. However, if you are close to an enemy that it seeks, it also applies it on yourself. And also enemies can apply, of course, sickness to each other if they are close by. So now I have to be a little bit more careful while the sickness is active. Also, sickness, as you can see, really deals a lot of damage. It doesn't last that long, so you want to apply it as often as you possibly can. However, it's very good to deal chunks of HP to enemies, especially enemies that are weak to that specific ailment. Dodge. Of course, elemental attacks are stronger. Let me also infuse my weapon with Fatuo. As my weapon is also infused with Fatuo, my riposte dealt both sickness and wicked at the same time to the enemy. And Curtis is done. Also, I'm gonna take this one. Curtis gives us several useful items that we are gonna explore. And here we take the Blessed Rapier. It will come in handy in this optional area that is the garden. Monastery of Mockery. This is an entry, or for the start of a quest. So again, more lore. Of course, I'm not gonna dig into the lore too much in this live stream. I want you to explore it yourself. because we have a lot of it. And I hope you like it. Does sickness spread among enemies? Yes, it does. Is the parry easier compared to old Souls-like games? I cannot go into the specifics too much, of course, due to NDA. What can I say is that as it is more reactive, I think it will be easier for you to grasp on it. And by the fact that if you don't parry it in time, you still take partial damage, not full damage. Our intention is to make it less, like more forgiving. So if you miss the parry, you still partially reduce the damage that you would take regardless, and is a lot more reactive than like, let's say, Dark Souls. Again, it's a lot closer to Sekiro in that sense. So I think you will find it easier because it is more reactive. It is easier to chain in and out of it, and also chain on itself. Right, so okay, so let's equip the Blessed Rapier. That is very good in this area. Also, I'm gonna unlock a couple of extra things in the Path of Innovator. So let's see what we want to unlock. So we have many options. One of the things that, of course, are really good, especially early on, is this one: is increase the duration of all weapon infusion. This also, this also extend one of the perks. So we are gonna keep this one for sure. We have a lot of points left to spend still. This one is also really good. This increase my stamina regeneration. As you know, stamina regen is really good in this type of games. So I'm gonna take it as well. I still have some points left. Well, one thing I usually like to take anyway for my builds is this one is an early perk that increases my stamina regeneration when I deal damage. This is always really good, regardless of your build, of course. It's not mandatory, but for the low cost of it, it's really cheap to take. So early on is something that you can definitely lean into. Let me customize the loadout. So for example, I'm probably gonna use the Coastal Harpoon. Is one of my favorite lines, so why not? Wrathful Charge also, really powerful line. The one where this one is unlocked from Curtis. It can be used in a variety of ways. Can be really interesting to play around it as well. Let me keep the new perks I've taken. So okay, I'll spray it. So is this one increased duration, blah blah. Okay, and this one stamina regen, and I'm gonna substitute this one with this one, so it can be very more powerful. One thing I will do is on these other masks, I'm gonna equip the Gratia Pass right here. Also, my quickest line to charge, it has a charge speed of Presto, that in music terms is really fast, right? So I'm gonna take it this one. So my line that charges really fast will also infuse my weapon as well. In this other loadout, I will keep probably the Mask of Change for now. It will also be like an elemental build that will kind of copy the first one. However, I have Fatuo, so in the future, if I need to switch between the two, I can do it on the fly without resting at a reality knot, and this can come in handy. It is a really good quality of life, even if the loadouts can be kind of similar. Of course, the more you will go inside the game, the easier it will be for you to create very diverse build. Of course, diverse build comes in variety, but in order to achieve variety, you need to unlock many things first. So yeah, probably in this one I will have like the Indacotier, also because I leveled up Breezer. The Indacotier is better at parrying elemental damage compared to physical one. I usually prefer that one. And let's see, maybe the Decorated Roncone will be good in this one. It deals a little bit more physical damage, of course, because it is a physical polyarm. It also is an epic polyarm. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so the Mantelloni, this garden area, of course, you played it in the demo as well. as you know, they have Fatu alignment, and this means that my weapon, I can also show you the difference. So, if I in this loadout I have like a physical build, right? So I'm dealing like this kind of damage is 120 per attack. Is also again this is a physical polyarm, so I can combo them. Of course, I can deal this kind of damage. However, if I switch to my elemental greatsword, you can see that I'm dealing more than double the damage. And also applying radiant to them. So again, guys, elemental weapon are really good in our game. Use elements against weak, elementally weak enemy. Of course, you are not obliged. Again, you can freely use any kind of weapon. You can also use other elements, not necessarily that one. But that definitely can make you understand how important element can actually be, especially in exploration, right? And also, you can decide on your build, switch it on the fly. Because, for example, regardless if an elemental weapon is dealing more damage with basic attacks, a physical weapon will always deal more damage with a riposte attack, for example. So you also have that option, right? So basically what I'm saying you is basically maybe you want to have like one build that is just for riposte attack. It is also an option you can have. Oh, a townsfolk. Oh no! A townsfolk has hit me. Let me heal myself. So for example, one thing you can do is this one, and switch to a physical weapon. It definitely deals more damage. And then switch back to the loadout on the fly. Also, this allows you to re-enter awakened state. This is very, very good. This mantellone, man, this mantellone is exaggerated. It's destroying me. Here we go. If you infuse a weapon that is already innate, that have already an innate element, so for example the Blessed Greatsword, as you can see, already had the Gratia innate, you are doubling the element. So if there are two different elements, you are applying both at the same time, as you could see versus Curtis, that we used. Our longsword had innate Malanno and sickness, and I infused it with Fatuo, so I was dealing physical damage, ordure damage, Malanno damage, and Fatuo damage at once. But in this case, for example, by infusing with Gratia, weapon that is already Gratia innate, I am dealing double the 2 die, so... Alright, so I think we're back. Sorry guys, internet literally decided to immediately die randomly, so... don't know what to say, it decided to die and that's it. Let's annihilate these Alphitan actors immediately. Please refresh the page if you're not seeing me again. Yes, we will. I think it is already in one of the kit. The deluxe have the deals included, but yeah, the beauty of the live stream, yeah. So I take a couple of extra points in Trickster here, maybe to 15. Then I'm starting to level up Elementalist again. I'll keep some of the Memoria for later. I want to upgrade my weapons. Kaiser, thanks for the follow. Let me again annihilate these guys again. Gratia power. Utente Alex, grazie per il follow. Rox, thanks a lot. Oh no, this guy. Look at the coordination of these guys. You can also use the Elder Burst to stun them briefly. So this allows you to gain an opening for additional attacks. Of course, not all enemies are able to be staggered by the Elder Burst. Roberto, grazie mille. Thanks for the sub. Matti, grazie mille. Thanks for the follow. I knew that they were coming, so... Oh no. Ci siamo. First, I'm gonna collect this one. So this is one special sword. I'm gonna show you why later. Usually epic and legendary equipment have their quirks. So that is not like just stats, maybe they have like combos that allows you to infuse the weapon, etc. Again, I will show you that in briefly in a bit. And this guy, I don't want to spoil it too much, but it is a really interesting little guy. Because you seem like seems like it is very chill, but it isn't actually. I'm gonna kill him right now. Of course, it is peaceful until I attack him, and there is a reason why. And I will let you discover all about that guy in the full game. The New Game Plus of Enotria is a lot harder than the base game. So you will find it extra challenging, enemies will have options to counter your builds, etc. So you really need to fully explore the game and its variety to fully also enjoy New Game Plus. We really put a challenge on the players after the first run. So in this way, we allowed basically every player to fully explore the game, enjoy the narrative, the sounds, the exploration, the quest, etc. Experimentation, gaining new tools. Even though I can tell again, the base game, even without New Game Plus, you will find optional content that is challenging, right? But in this way, we will fully encourage experimentation, and then once you have the tools, you can go in New Game Plus, and the game becomes a lot harder. Also, if you want to, some of the trophies for the game, of course I will not spoil you, are only unlockable in New Game Plus. We made specific stuff that you can only do in New Game Plus, and is not available in the first run. So, for those of you that have played the demo, you know this place, right? Yes, of course I cannot, Utente, yes, I cannot lean into details right now. This is of course a combat rift. Now there is only one of them, but it is a lot stronger. Also my weapon is at level 1, so I'm relatively underpowered to handle him. But with the power of Gratia, my blessed sword, oh my god, the damage. My blessed sword will help me overcome this challenge. Especially now that it is infused. Here we go! I'm also gonna take this new one. So I've crafted the Curtis mask. As you could see previously, by killing some enemies, you are able to get the mask shards of that enemy. When you've picked up enough shards, the mask is automatically crafted and added to your inventory. So Curtis itself gave me 250 of his mask shard. This guy that is related to Curtis, of course, gave me 50. Curtis mask required 300 shards in order to complete, and the mask was automatically crafted. In that case, a prompt saying mask crafted appears on the screen, letting you know that you have this new mask. And of course, masks are a lot powerful, is the center of your build, so you really want to explore and gain access to your masks throughout the game. We have several ways to acquire masks. One of that is, of course, shards that I've just said, but also you have masks directly dropped from bosses, and some masks are rewarded through completing certain quests. And each mask is different from one another, so they are not really comparable to one another. So there is not like a stronger masks in that sense. They are more like different masks. Yeah. Really love this line. Sì, bestia, puoi dirlo, puoi dirlo. Gonna take the key. Gonna take this drop. Don't take damage, of course. Picking up the line. Picking up this item. Of course, I bounce off. Because of course I do. Before continuing, let me drop down here. There is another one of these crabs. I'm gonna ignore it for now. I'm gonna pick up a lover note. As you can see, lore, quest lore. I really encourage you to read through all of that. Again, every single item, as you can see, have descriptions, etc. And we have a lot of them, so please read through them. I think you will really enjoy understanding everything about our mask system, our all of this description. We really put a lot of effort in describing basically every single thing of the game. And now it's time for fighting this crab. I'm scared a bit. The damage! This crab is very based. It's extremely powerful, especially early on. I knew that I hadn't maledetto. Never underestimate the power of a crab. Oh no, for a second I thought I was falling down. I'm gonna parry him. Alright. Let's go. The size of the game, of course. A space to install. Alright, so I can... I thought we rewrote that somewhere. I can double check it for you later. Like, yeah, like give me a sec. I need to check. Don't remember it. But it's not that big, like in terms of disk size. I think we optimized that part a lot. Pistola della vendetta. Sì. Oh no! Ok, perfect. Let me attract this guy. I bring it to me because I don't want to fight with the mantellone targeting me as well. Please. Damage. Okay, I also healed myself. Let's dodge this thing. Counter. Right. And he's done. Harmonia Amplifier, this makes your healing item, the Harmonia, more powerful. But I know you want to see Vermiglio and also what's after Vermiglio, right? I think many of you stopped at Vermiglio. Many of you, of course, all of you, actually, because the demo stopped at Vermiglio, so... Here we go. Let's unlock the shortcut. Alright, so it's that moment again, guys, to vote for the weapon to use against Vermiglio. Il Vado, Edivad, grazie mille per il raid, thanks a lot for the raid. Ah, yeah, in Italy a bit, but I think that once player will finally like try out the full game, they will understand. Hopefully as many people as possible will be able to play our game. I'm excited for it. So, which weapon we are gonna use? Weapon versus Vermiglio. It will be the long sword. We already played it. Morning Star, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Morning Star. Great sword. Colossal sword. Colossal great sword. Or polyarm. Let's go. I'll give you that minute to vote. Ronnie, thanks for the follow. Are these crashes a feature? What? Which crashes? You can interrupt enemies' attack using Ardore. Depending on your build, yeah. Most of the attacks are interruptible actually. And yeah, most of the attack actually. It depends, of course, what you play. The demo of Enotria finished in the end of July, as we initially said. So right now will only be the full game. The polyarm, okay. So we are gonna use the polyarm versus Vermiglio. Okay. We're gonna use the Roncone. I don't think I have other powerful polyarms. I think, yeah, I have the red dot screw, but the screw is Fatua aligned, so I will not use a Fatua weapon versus a Fatua enemy. So I also want to show you like some of the like the quirks of these weapons that I was telling you. So this is like I said, like many of the legendary or epic weapons have something themselves. Basically, these weapons are able to auto-infuse themselves with a specific element while executing certain attacks. And depending on your chain, a different element will be not element, sorry, a different attack will be infused. So for example, if I go R1, R2, this one is infused. If I'm tapping R1, sorry, R2, and that's it, it will be the first one. If I jump attack, it will be that one. Also, you have like your running attack to be infused, etc. And of course, you can make combos out of it. I will let you explore fully each one of them. Merola, grazie mille per il follow. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so let's go. Starting this boss. Of course, I'm still level. Actually, I'm pretty under level. Let me spend some of these 45,000 memoria. Let me spend. Let's reach 20 to Breezer. I think it would be important again. Probably 25 to Elementalist. Again, this will be an Elementalist build, an Elementalist run after all, so some element will be useful. I'm gonna increase some of Battle Mage as well. I want my lands to be charged a little bit faster. Yeah, I think it's still useful for Elementalist to level up Battle Mage, because some of the infusion comes from lines, and also lines have elemental alignment, some of them, so having an improved line charge speed is still useful for Elementalist build. Of course, again, like, there is no one Elementalist build, there are many of them. One thing also I will do is to equip the Draw of Perpetuity. This basically increases my Fato and Wicked resistance. It will be a lot useful against Vermilio. Vermilio is an optional boss. In fact, it will be more powerful than regular enemies, again, because our optional content is harder. So it challenges you a little bit more. Carnage, thanks for the follow. And let's start the cutscene.
Life blooms through crimson sucker. Death danced on the precipice of the being. The cycle must begin anew. Blessed Maya, guide me through the darkness. Must the shepherd join the lambs? A late arrival. Let us pray.
Let's go. I immediately drink this one to increase my defenses. Again, it deals less damage to me right now. And I can more easily attack him. Let me take my... The Harmonious Up give me lifesteal. Let's infuse our weapon with Gratia. Deal a lot more damage to him. Aia. I've applied the Radiant to him, so he will heal himself a bit. He's casting his nuke. Let me take distance. Also, I'm gonna take another Harmonious Up. He is casting the laser. But my defenses are increased, so it's not a problem. Oh no, oh no! Okay. Also, I'm gonna push it back. Again, and my weapon is physical at base, so my riposte attacks are more powerful. And you should be done. Let's finish it with style.
Mother Sacred, make darkness light before me. Devotion of the flesh and soul I give as absolute. I plead to you, do not forsake me.
Now the foe is vanquished, I think we can move to an area. And now guys, of course, this will be exclusive because you have never seen this area before. This will be an area that was not present in the demo, so I think you will be excited. It will be the second part of Quinta that we called the upper city of Quinta, or upper Quinta, or upper alleys, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna level up Battle Mage slightly more, so my line charges a bit faster. I'm gonna keep some of the memoria because again I want to increase it later. Maybe I'll use it to upgrade the weapon because the next boss will be harder. I'm gonna switch on. I'm probably gonna switch to my Fatuo set again later, so on the other loadout. I'm gonna burst, so I'm gonna do this here. I think you can keep. Yeah, also the Vermilio Pastoral. This is very powerful. Grazie Darbula. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, wait, 1, burst, 1. Because again, you have tools to interrupt the enemies, especially weaker one, right? Of course, stronger enemies requires a bit more effort to interrupt their attack, so it's not easy. Yeah, I can tell actually. So, of course, it depends. If you play like only the main content or also the optional content or a bit of both. That's of course mainly it. We believe that a regular player will take 30 to 40 hours to complete its first run. As we announced a while back. Of course, it depends on your skill level, it depends on how much you explore, it depends on several other factors, of course. If you are extremely good and you rush through the main story, again, the game is speedrun friendly, so it will take less. However, you didn't really explore the game. We have lots of optional activities, several optional areas, several bosses. And then if you want to go for the full playthrough, you also have to go through New Game +1 and +2. And +2 if you really want to 100% complete the game, minimum +2. So again, there is a lot of content you can enjoy. Oh no, where is it? Like playtime will definitely be something that you will not worry about while playing Enotria. We have lots of content for you.
If it isn't my #1.
Again, I want to specify, like, it also depends on the skill level. Because it does make a difference, because some of the bosses can be hard, you can have like lots of tries against one boss, and maybe you can even spend hours against one single boss, maybe one measure boss. Or you can steamroll him because your build is super good. So it also depends on your skill level, in that sense. And 1, 2, 3. Red Set, thanks for the follow. Oh, il Palio Trophy. Discuss this line. Maledetto. Alright, so up ahead of me, in the near me, there will be a really powerful guy that you thought it was disappeared, because I know that some of you definitely thought that when I reached the first like square near Curtis, do you guys definitely remember the crushing guy? Now it is improved, but you find it in Upper City. So I'm gonna make another pool, so you can decide the weapon we're gonna encounter him. So he is the dizzy crushing laughter, and I'll let you choose the weapon. So it will always be like the longsword, the great sword, the polearm, the morning star, and the colossal great sword. I'll let you pick and choose. Build rotte. Le build quelle belle, maledetti. Maledetti, non mi avrete mai. Bisogna fare un behind. Tra qualche mese facciamo un dietro le quinte. Facciamo le top 10 build. Inviateci le top 10 build per one-shottare i boss. So I'm taking time because he's literally up here. So here we go. Really menacing. And the winner is... Don't look at me. Don't look at me. The Colossal Greatsword again. Like, guys, you really enjoy the Colossal Greatsword, huh? But I think I only have, I believe... Oh, no, okay, no, I had found a better one. Because with the level... Oh, it's also Fatuo. That is really good, because Fatuo is really good against this crushing guy. So I'm gonna take the Harmonia Sap, of course. Gonna also deal a bit of damage to him immediately. Let's infuse our weapon with Fatuo, so we deal double the Fatuo damage. Oh no. Yeah, right, it's true. Unravel! Oh no! Oh no! He was waiting for me, I knew it! Alright, the end. Oh no, he's not dead! He's 1 HP! Oh no. Alright, cool. I think this is the best time to let you choose the weapon, also the weapon that we are gonna use against the first major boss of the game. You've seen him in trailers, but you never seen a fight against him unless you were in America.
Ah, the seed of doubt had near sprouted in my heart. A welcome sight you are, dear friend. Pulcinella is the name. World-spanning is the fame. Autographs
Grazie, Thomas.
later. My former teacher awaits you in the castle.
Sì.
On you go. I am the master of procrastination. We hardly need another.
Puccinello, of course, trolls the Mask of Change. So, okay, I'm gonna open another pool, guys. So you are free to vote for the weapon that we're gonna use against Sunny. That is the Measure Boss. It's one of the big guys. So, again, it will be always the same for now. We are gonna add more classes right after. You will see that we are going to obtain 2 new weapon classes that we are going to buy to the shop. Actually, there is ways to get the Saber and the Ultra Hammer earlier. I will not spoil it for you. So you will find it yourself. Of course, even in Quinta and even in Upper Quinta, I skipped lots of optional areas purposely. So you can find it yourself. The Greatsword, Polearm, Longsword. La Ciottoli build? Can you beat Enotria only using Ciottoli and consumable items? I believe you can. It's only extremely hard. In New Game Plus, I don't think so. La All Weapon Challenge, inchia. Qui... especially in New Game Plus is brutal, so... Let's rest at the bonfire. In the meantime, let me take a look at the Path of Innovator again. I'm gonna take this one. This improves the sickness resistance that comes in handy in certain areas. This one, I'm gonna pick it up because I want to go forward. So I think that for now, we just unlock it. We don't equip it. La Morning Star. That is, I believe, the only class I don't have a better weapon. So I have to use the stage weapon, right? Of course! Ah no, I have the Tether Mace. Okay. We are safe. We are safe. Because I guess with the stage weapon, yes, you can do it. However, it's not that easy. So, okay, I'm gonna level it up. Like once or twice. I have lots of memory, so I'm gonna bring it to +3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm ready to keep the loadout is the correct one. I'm gonna pick and choose the Ancient Vessel in this case. Because our consumable items are actually very strong, so I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna take the Consumed Blades, yes, they also are really good. Il Minestrone, ovviamente, because it cleanses dizziness. It can be useful. And I think we are fine as we are, so let me put like a couple of extra points to level up properly, so we don't stay under level. No, actually, I will not level up. Instead, I will upgrade some of my masks. So, increase the Mask of Change level to 1. This increases the effect of the stats, basically. So, for example, the Mask of Change, that is the default mask, all of you will have it. As you can see, it says that increases the damage dealt through heavy attacks. So, your attacks that are executed with R2. And also, while I'm awakened, my physical power is increased. Both of these bonuses are buffed when you level up your weapon. Also, I'm going to improve my lines. The first thing I will improve is the Wrathful Charge. It is very important to level up lines because, especially for lines that requires a lot of time to be charged, leveling them up reduce their charge by a percentage. So they will charge a lot faster than usual, and Wrathful Charge is one of my favorite lines. I'm also gonna level up Coastal Harpoon, and I don't think I will level up Funeral Blaze. Oh no, I can actually. I can because I have an Elementalist build, so why not? Yeah, and I don't know if okay, no, let's go for a full upgrade of lines and just spend rest. So I'm gonna select Funeral Blaze as well. Che si mette 1000 buff, tira un shot e lo shot e boss. O magari succederà, chi lo sa. So, I'm ordering for highest level, so it's easier to find. I'm putting here Funeral Blaze. Nice. Also, this weapon is very good because it auto infuses with Vis. Of course, it will not be useful against Danny because he is Vis aligned. But bella Peppo. Bella Peppo. You will stream Enotria. Felicissimo per te vedere che finalmente frutti di tanti anni di lavoro e finalmente disponibili tutti i fai tesoro dell'esperienza e effettua eventuali critiche costruttive, sperando che tu te imposti in questo modo per non denigrare il prodotto. Certo, noi in Jamma leggiamo sempre tutte le critiche di tutti in generale, la ragione per cui anche il gioco finale, I'm switching to English, I think that this thing can be useful for everybody. We'll read all the critics and the reviews from anyone, from Italians, non-Italians, players that have just picked up the game, Souls-like veteran players. We read through everything, and we take feedbacks with art. So, especially for constructive criticism, we always question ourselves, regardless, and we process everything. The reason why, of course, the full game is improved on that regard as well is because players took their time to send us feedbacks as well, so that we could align some of the stuff that was really present with the current product. So we really take feedback with art, and so everyone's opinion is appreciated, of course. And I hope that you've noticed that we cooked for the full game. Especially compared to the demo, right? Spero che insomma ci riproviamo, speriamo che riparte tutto perfettamente.
Have you come to join us? It's a great festival we have here. A grand celebration, don't you think? Forgive me. I have something stuck in my mouth.
E si va. Facciamo subito una piccola atomica sulla faccia, perché mi prende il piccolo danno. Attenzione, la Ravening Evade. Boom.
You're ruining it! My festival! My celebration! I don't want to be left alone! My guests will leave!
no, la perde. I buried the first initially. Not a good idea to bury that fucking attack. Ah!
Where has everyone gone? I can't hear them. Is it so quiet? Where has the bedlam and merriment gone? My grandest celebration. I danced and rejoiced for so long. Too long. A week, a decade. My mind. I wanted naught but my friends, my children. Yet here I am, deafened by silence, filled by a feast that left me hollow. I still sense them out there. Oh, shadows in the night. Find them. Save them.
Actor Unmasked. I will let you then understand why we set Actor Unmasked. Alright, so from now on the game opens up a lot. You have lots of options. Of course, this is the first part of the game. Again, I skipped many optional things to do in Quinta, so you can discover it yourself. And now we are reaching the hub of the game. That is, of course, is a very important place where lots of NPC will join, etc. And you will soon see what we can do there.
Worthy of this theater. Magnificent! Truly magnificent!
Of course, you will take your time to fully explore even the hub. Look at the paintings, etc. These are all handmade. Oh no, oh no, Jackie, mi vogliono male, mi vogliono perché lo sanno. Ok guys, I let you vote for Litumnia or Falesia, but please don't vote for Litumnia. So, next area. Where is the pizza? I will show you the pizza. Yeah, Zani, of course, is not excessively hard once you know how to beat him. Of course, we after by being a developer, you know, we beat him just enough times. Please, again, don't vote for Litumnia, guys. Let's vote for Falesia Magna, so...
Alas, Arlecchino was always Simon's favorite. Well, we got the last laugh. So, onwards, onwards! The sun-soaked shores of Falesia Magna await!
So, because I was saying, now, our game is non-linear. You can do whatever you want after Zani. So, Even the Giardino, the Mantelloni Garden, is an optional area, so you can fully skip it. And also there is a subsection of the Mantelloni Garden that I've not shown you already, where you find another important character, etc. Why? Why, guys? Why? And now you can go to Falesia and Litumnia, and that also have sub-areas, etc. on their own. And Litumnia is significantly harder than Falesia. Emphasis on significantly harder, especially because in order to reach Litumnia, you have to defeat Baldovino, that is a rusted automaton, and it is really, really tanky, and really, really, how can I say? And he deals a lot of damage early on, because he wants he wants to discourage like regular players from going there first, because you know Falesia, Litumnia is a lot harder than even like, I will let you see now, no, but because you voted for Litumnia anyway, so I now have to beat Baldovino at level 50, right? Well, I will level up a bit. And this is Mecenate, of course, this is the merchant. And also the Smithy, actually. As the reason why near the anvils are these golden webs is because he's like Mecenate's golden webs. You already know your fate. Oh, yes.
Yes, your ears do not deceive you.
Un gamer Nabbo, thanks for the follow.
Your favorite amulet. For your any blade to sharpen, outfit to bolster. Far be it.
Plant ideas in your wooden head.
But you do well to seek out another 3.
Allies valuable. Potential grand.
He introduced you one very, very important quest for the game. The most important quest, actually. Besides the main one. That is, of course, is given to you by Pulcinella, you already know.
Imprinter, Mother, goddess of life and death, is hidden.
In Falaisia resides Felther, goddess of war.
And deep beneath Litumnia lay Letho, the unknowable.
Seek all 3, and the full might of our forge we can unfold.
And you can buy, of course. You can also buy the pizza. It costs a lot. And here there are a lot of like items you can find. The shop will be constantly refreshed throughout the game, and when you defeat major enemies and when new gods join the hub. And finding gods is one of the most challenging thing to do. And also there are fights behind them. I don't want to spoil you so much, but it will be like the second main activity of the game. And gods have several quests tied to them. This is also another major thing to do in the game. I don't know, I'm spoiling too much. I will just stop right there. Again, like we have 2 new weapons. I will buy both of them, both the Ultra Hammer and the Saber, so you can vote for them as well. The shop will also have new gems, new lines, etc. Ballarella is one of my favorite one. It will have like upgrade materials. It has lots of stuff. This is the TLDR. What does the pizza do? The pizza fully heals you, like completely restores your HP, and also cleanses the abnormal status on you at once. I'm gonna also purchase, I think, this Harmonia expansion. I think it will be very useful against Baldovino. Mortacci. Mortacci Mostra, okay.
What cursed creature does scurry in
Of course, Pulcinella has always something to say about it. He will appear and disappear frequently throughout the playthrough.
Mecenate, golden spider, governor of greed, sold like goods himself. Medallion his form. A merchant found the relic, with kindred soul within. All that eye could see and hand could hold, they bought and sold. Pantalone's wealth they overtook, his curse they earned. Medallion and man, two became one. Power sapped, agency withdrawn. A fate most deplorable. Make him earn his keep, the wretch.
I think that we are going to use the Saber against Baldovino. the Remigante, because also is Vis aligned, Baldovino is Malanno aligned, it is one of the things that makes really Baldovino strong. But I'm going to level up the Saber first. So I will take the valuable shell. This is why killing crabs is very useful, because they give you shells that can turn into Memoria. And let's see, so Remigante e 1 2 3 4. Okay, level 5. Level 5 is fine. And I think I'm going to morph this one into... Oh, or maybe I can even like use Zanni's mask. Zanni's mask gives me extra Memoria. No, Memoria, sorry. Harmonia. So I think I can morph this one in a more tankier build. So I'm going for Zanni. Also, I'd like to use Grand Celebration. That is one of Zanni's, is the signature Zanni's line. However, I think that level 1 is a bit too slow, so I'll wait for it. I'm going to also buy in the Path of Innovator this permanent infusion, so I can slot it in here. Let me take this one. Where is the Vis path? Right there. The Vis path requires a quick climb in there. Let's see if I can unlock something else from the Path of Innovator. Yes, I can. While the weapon is infused, jump attacks will increase damage. Yes, right. While the weapon is infused, perfect parry attack. Yeah, this one is very good. But my main goal for this path actually is just reaching there. All of this is optional, of course. You can build yourself in the way you prefer. So for now, I'm gonna unlock this one in order to reach this one. So, in order to reach Baldovino, that is the Lithuanian Gate, non ci voglio credere, ti prego, gioco, internet, di nuovo internet. Do the crab respawn when you rest? No. Absolutely not. Internet è morto di nuovo. Morto internet di nuovo. Internet. No, Patterson is not true. When they wrote to us during the weekend, and we immediately addressed the issue. We didn't revoke anything from anyone. In that sense, it was a mistake that was immediately clear, because we handle thousands and thousands and thousands of keys. We constantly create new one and revoke a batch. We probably what happened is that some of them were mistakenly closed where they was supposed not to, and as soon as they wrote to us, we immediately fixed the issue. Like our CEO literally came in the office during the weekend purposely to fix that one issue. So absolutely not, we didn't revoke anything from any reviewer. Eh sì, bestia, io non so, c'ho internet che va on off 560 volte. Va bene così. The Saber moveset was not available in the demo, so this is the first time you will see it probably. If you didn't see the weapon showcase. I'm gonna take a few levels in Breezer, so I gonna get one-shotted by Baldovino immediately. I also think I'm gonna keep the perk that increased my Malano defense. Bellaris. No, sì, anche perché io vado a 60 fps granitici, io spero che si veda su sta cosa. Negli unici momenti che ho dovuto restartare è perché mi andava a 0. Like I'm always going to get 6 fps, like not even dropping one frame. I had to restart when when Obs decided that my output of bitrate dropped to 0 immediately. So my internet is going on and off today. I don't know what to say. It is extremely unlucky. I can. Sono il gameplay director Aris di Enotria. Oh no. Right, I'm targeting this dog immediately because he is in the boss arena and he is extremely annoying to deal with. I was saying it is extremely annoying to deal with, but I fucked up, so... Ci sono i prezzi su Steam, Dani. Su Steam e su PS. Dipendentemente dalla versione che vuoi. Un giorno vi racconterò la storia completa. C'era una volta. For now I'm using the Remigante. Then the chat obliged me to go to Litumia first. So this is an elemental build. For now, I've tweaked this perk so that when I'm sick with Malanno, I don't get one-shotted. Wait. Darkness, thanks for the follow. Facciamo così. Okay. Now I'm ready. Of course, this enemy, again, is Malanno aligned, is weak to this. Damage! Ah. This attack is extremely powerful. Alright. I could have parried it, but I'm playing it safe because it's really powerful. He faked the attack. Okay, read it. Him being dizzy is not good, because he already deals a lot of damage. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, but I can do the ceaseless charge. I'm close to the riposte attack. Nice. Partial parry. Come on! Abbiamo già annunciato, sì. Un gamer nabbo. For a moment the dog was the boss. Exactly.
Steadfast as an oak, stern as a ship's bow. So defiant the leader is. Yet those who long to lead never should. Well, bygones be bygones. Time for a change of leadership. Someone twice as dashing with thrice the charm. Do you not agree?
I do agree.
And a keen eye for greatness you have, dear puppet, for one with none.
And now I'm going to Lithuania first. Guys, don't do it. It's not a good idea. It's bad for your game. Lithuania is it's a lot harder than Falesia, especially at these lower levels. No, I'm joking, of course. This is one of the most beautiful thing of the game. Like after Quinta, the game really opens up, and you are really free to explore wherever you want. Of course, at your discretion, because as you can see, of course, enemies in Lithuania are very strong. So there are ways to make yourself more powerful, even more than I showed you. Before going to Lithuania, you can have more levels. In Quinta, there is one god, as Mecenate said.
Running into you here. Don't you have anywhere better to be? So, onwards, onwards. The sun-soaked shores of Falesia Magna await.
In fact, Pulcinella even tells you, like, you should not be there. It's not a good idea. Please don't. But of course, we have free will, so we can do whatever we want, and that's it. Thanks to the perk, even if I'm sick, I'm not taking the infinite amount of damage. My Malano resistance is high, so I can survive this section of the game. Otherwise, it would be problematic, to say the least. I'm going to increase my breezer level a bit more because, you know, damage received is a bit high. Ops. Ciao bestia. Abbiamo diverse tecnologie implementate nel gioco per migliorare le performance di tutti anche su un computer meno potente. Bye! You see this guy? Did you see him? Do you see him? Look how chill he is. Ma ce l'ho l'arma, sap? O le ho finite? Oh yeah, those. Yes. I can also buy him some more. Oh no! Thanks to the Harmonious up, we are recovering health by dealing damage. The effect has run out. I'm gonna stop him. Let me heal. And thanks to elemental damage, I'm able to overcome even these like stronger enemies, but I really need to use the correct element here. Luckily for me, Quinta has lots of these options, so I have like several this weapon, even these lines. And in fact, as soon as possible, I would like to upgrade Grand Celebration, as I was saying. This will deal a lot of damage, also apply dizziness. Oh no. Now I'm using Vermio's line. Oh, no, he stopped me at the last second. Not good. And that's it. The Grand Crab is gone, the abnormal scuttler. Smell blood and oh no. Yeah, yeah, the price should be like 45. If Jackie is in chat, he can precisely tell you. If I do not remember wrong, is 45 for the standard edition and 55 for the deluxe. If Jackie is or one of the other guys is in chat, he can confirm you or deny me. I don't remember it 100% precisely. So I don't want to say random numbers. Let's skip this part. Let's just keep it. It's very criminal. Oh, automatons, but those are regular automatons, weaker one of course. In fact, as you can see, they're not even aligned to the Malanno element. We can even push them back with the spear. Something that we were not able to do against Baldovino. Baldovino is a lot stronger. Counter is attacked with the Sizzler's charge. Ah yeah. My weapon and stats, of course. I'm using the Remigante at +5. This is a saber. I'm using for now Funereal Blaze at +1, Drunken Sword +1, Frightful Charge at +1, and Coastal Harpoon at +1 with the Mask of Zanni. This gives me extra Harmonia Amber well equipped. Currently, I'm using just the aspect of the Soldier. It doesn't give me any debuffs, so this is why I'm keeping it. For the perks, I'm using Vispath. This is a really good perk, especially in Litumnia, because it's allows you to infuse your weapon with Vis and Malanno enemies. Litumnia is filled with Malanno enemies, and so this is very effective against them. I'm using Vessel of Pestilence. This makes so that when I'm sick, my Malanno area is stronger, but also my Malanno resistance is stronger. So What happens is that I'm taking a lot less damage actually when I'm sick, both from the DOT and from enemies that have Malanno alignment. It is really good. Also, while my weapon is infused, and of course this is an elemental build, ideally increased elemental damage. This also works with weapons that self-infuse, so don't skip on that. Also, the duration of the infusion is increased. The stamina regeneration while infused is increased. And my stamina regeneration is also increased briefly when I deal damage, and this allows me to really keep up with, especially with these like very fast moveset, right? I reached Litunia.
Ah, Litunia, the beacon of knowledge turned mausoleum of madness. Countless sagely scholars and neurotic nobles sought the answers to all. Experiments extravagant, depravity divine, dug too deep, too greedy, the eternal folly of man. And it is you, my dearest, who must pluck the two crown jewels of this cursed crown. Pantalone, grand merchant of greed. Barazzone, magister of tainted knowledge, dark within the storm's eye, and unite the arrogant in death.
Right now we can embark on the journey on Litunia. Of course, the Litunian journey is a lot harder than Felicia's one. As I said, of course, a skilled player can 100% do it, as you see, but you need to have like progressive game knowledge to do so without struggling too much. This is an important factor for sure. I'm gonna keep improving on element. I think that for non-linearity, elemental builds have a slight advantage in the sense that, of course, elemental damage is very effective against tankier enemy. One thing, in fact, I'll do right now is go back to the hub really quick and grab a few Vis items that are unlocked by default in the shop. This can definitely help me in the playthrough. I have some spare memoria that I will not use for anything for now. Weapon at +5 is a bit on the low side. In Litunia, if you have like a +6 or +7 weapon would be best, or more of course. But anyway, it should be doable anyway. Maybe the first few encounters will be slightly harder. I'm gonna buy a lot of Harmonia subs. The cost is really low, so they are cheap. But I think it will help me greatly in this phase. I'm going to buy flasks of Vis. This deals Vis damage to enemies in the area. They are really good. And also I'm going to buy the Dripped Morsel. This creates an area of Vis. And is the most effective way to apply dizziness on enemies besides, of course, regular attacks. So these are really strong items. I really suggest to all of you to really take a look at our inventory of like at our we can say inventory, like our list of items, because we have lots of items that are really, really good. So I think you can find values in them, and if you are unable to overcome some of the difficulties in the game, because we have like a huge selection of both offensive and defensive items. And even if, for example, even if you play like a physical build, you can still like apply some statuses with the correct itemization. Of course, again, most of the items in the shop, most of the items in the shop are unlocked with optional progression. So by completing certain objective in the game that I'm not going to spoil you. So I think this can be like a further encouragement for you to look in our like optional pop. Oh no, a dog. Il male. Il male. Bye! Okay, so this guy, of course, is a frog. Is the Bargnef. I will not spoil his quest. I think he's one of the most interesting one. He gives you riddles that you have to solve. I will not give you the solution to those riddles, so. Grazie, Ash. Nice. Let me use one Harmonious Up immediately. It can throw at me like Malanno darts. Let's dodge them. Here we go. Let's continue with the golden path. Again, guys, I want you to fully explore the areas, so I'm just progressing to the golden path a bit. And here. Moretta escapes the first time you defeat her. You actually do not really defeat her. In fact, you don't get any major reward from her. And thus, we reach a new location in Litumnia. Again, there is, you know, because I can show you here, everything you are seeing here, this background, is all explorable. I'll let you fully explore. But also, the outskirt area that you've seen before, I only showed you a piece of it. Not the whole of it. So when you pick up the game, you can clearly explore it yourself, right? Here we have 2 more new NPC. Again, they will start quests. I think I want either to further upgrade like Elementalist Path, because for tankiness side, probably by using the Mask of Zani and the extra Harmonia I have is probably enough, for now at least. So maybe a bit more Elementalist would be good for more damage, or Trickster for a bit more stamina can really come in handy. Yeah, I think we'll go this way. I can play the game right now. If I pre-order the deluxe edition, it will be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow. Okay, perfetto. Alright, so let's proceed through Litumnia to this part. Ah! The big damage! The damage of this enemy is really high. But he also allows us to heal ourselves, actually. if we hit him, because he's a wicked entity. Oh no, la stamina. Ho finito la stamina. Rip. La stamina. My bad. My bad. I was... Let's go this. So we can set it up like a bit. Damage. You know when I was saying before that maybe I have enough breezer? I don't. Clearly I don't. No, I'm joking. I think this is sustainable-ish. Buono. Let's take another harmonious up. Nice. And of course we get a bunch of stuff. I think what I'll do is show you the first half of this part, then I'll move to Falesia Magna and show you the first part of Falesia Magna. And so then we can end the live like this. Let me put a couple of extra points in Breezer. I love the saber. Oh no, a rusted automaton. Of course, they are very good. They are very strong. No, oh, I jumped. Nice. They give a lot of memoria. They are very, very strong as elite enemies, but they also give a big reward. Of course, this is the guild. This also is a very large area I let you explore yourself. Arex io ci gioco tutti i giorni, quindi fa più strano giocarlo live, quello sì. Now we are descending to a new location with this very, very large elevator. Those are the mines of Grathia of Lithuania. And of course there is like lore implication of on all of that. And again, I'll let you discover all of it by yourself. This area has lots of optional content, and also the part to the next round. That is, as you can see, the exit is right there. However, there are lots of tunnels you can explore. There are many, many things you can do here. And for Lithuania, I think I will leave you as is. Let's go to Falesia Magno. And I'll use... oh yes, I think I will use the Ultra Hammer. Just to show another weapon class that was not present in the demo. Eh beh sì, molta emozione, Aris. Eccolo qua. Let's upgrade this bad boy. I don't have enough nuggets. However, we have the rollback feature. So what we can do is go to our... what was? The Remigante, and I can press the refund option. The refund option basically gives me back the materials. However, it doesn't give me back the memoria. But I'm now able to upgrade the debt collector further. Of course, I don't have enough memoria, but this is easily fixable by using some shells, highest level. So I'll upgrade it further, and then I miss only one, but alright, that's fine. Oh no, wait, maybe I can further... Can I? Can I further roll back the Rimigante? Oh, indeed I can. Right, so I can upgrade it again. Alright, so and this really helps in build experimentation, as I was saying. So you want to try like another item and other stuff, you can actually. Again, when you fully invested, so you upgraded level to weapon to the max, you are not able to do that anymore. So committing the level to the max locks you out of the option to roll back materials, but we believe that if you decided to invest every single material and also the rarest materials to upgrade the weapon to the max, you don't want to roll it back, right? So, in order to infuse the weapon with your weapon with an element, there are actually three main things that infuses your weapon. The first is the weapon having special abilities. So, for example, this Ultra Hammer, if you use an heavy attack, automatically is infused with a specific element. And this is the first thing. The most common thing is go to the Path of Innovator. I can show you right now. So in the Path of Innovator, you have these perks here. So these, what they do is allowing you to infuse your weapon if a mask line in a specific slot has been casted while this weapon is equipped. So I'll give you an example that is something that I am going to do right now. I'm going to equip the mask perk, this is called Fato Path. This, what it does is, if I'm using a mask line in the equipped slot number 3, that is the one on the bottom, my weapon is briefly infused with Fato. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting like a quick line to cast in that slot, so the number 3. And now when I'm going to infuse my weapon, sorry, when I'm going to cast that specific line, my weapon is going to be infused with Fatuo. This is why it will be colored in red. While this, my hammer automatically infused himself with Vis, not with Fatuo. So by using perks, I have full control over the element I'm going to infuse. The third way is to have, I don't think, but yeah, I don't have any. Some of the masks allows you to infuse your weapon if you enter Awaken with them equipped. So you enter Awaken and they give you a really long infusion on weapons. Longer than perks, of course, because there are masks, and masks are more powerful. Okay, so the other part is, again, I can go to this zone. This is the other gate that has been opened after I beat Sunny. And there is also, like, again, another part of Quinta that has opened after Sunny's defeat, but I will not show it in this playthrough. Here we go. And now again, this is like, there are two ways. I'm going to this one. I'm going to defeat this really powerful lumberjack. Now my weapon infuses with Fatuo element. And I'm going to deal big damage to this guy. Of course, he's going to deal big damage to me as well, because he's dizzy and also he has an elemental alignment. Ultra Hammers have the most powerful riposte in the game, of course, so I'm not surprised that I've killed him easily. Of course, the Lumberjack is easier than Baldovino, because your intended path, like your regular intended path, is going to Felicia first. But you are not limited to go to Felicia first again. You can freely explore both areas in the order you want, or even like stop the exploration in one and go to the other, like I showed you here. So you are really free to do whatever you want and whatever you prefer. And of course, as you can see, Felicia is very, very different from Litumia. Also, enemies are different, paths are different. Felicia itself has several optional bosses and several sub-areas to explore, so it's very different experience. Ultra Hammer, very, very powerful weapon. No, Arex, l'Asofp è lineare, noi non siamo lineari.
Ah, Felicia, blinding sun, waters crystal clear, such joy.
I got a nugget, so I think I can further upgrade the weapon, yeah? Yes. I'll stop upgrading it because I don't want to over-level the weapon right now. That I definitely can. Alright, so I'm gonna turn back because there is actually an optional enemy, an optional boss I can do immediately after entering Falesia Magna. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't. Il pescatore. Va bene, ho capito. Ho capito, tutti contro uno, va bene, va bene, va bene. Facciamo così. Vediamo se vi piace il vino. Vediamo se vi piace il vino. Vi piace il vino? No, non vi piace il vino. Ero, grazie mille per il follow. Thanks for the follow. Alright, let's go.
Your soul will be torn to shreds! You wretched being!
damage. Dio mio, maledetto. Ci riposiamo. E adesso posso alzare un pochettino il livello. No dai. Oh no. This guy is calling for help. And so it is my duty to let them know the hammer. Boom! This is our objective, of course. There is a quest that starts right here. So you see this guy. Of course, I will let you explore what he does and what his quest is all about. Let's plunge attack him. Yes, I'm going to increment the music to 1000 next fight. This is the famous la 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 music that many guys refer to during the trailers, right? Oh, the guy is attacking crabs. How rude of him. And now he's also attacking me. So it is me versus the crab versus the guy. Felicia is an area where conflict is raging on, right? So you will find many of these scenes scattered throughout the game. So enemies attacking each other and you attacking the enemy that are attacking each other. And also you will be able to, if you know a couple of things, I won't spoil you, to attract one enemy against the enemy of the other faction, let them fight each other, and they will basically kill themselves. And so, and then you go back and pick up what's left. We prepared lots of encounters in the areas, so you can do that. I think we find it will be interesting for you to find the situation. and play with the enemy's AI that are able to do so. And there is a very large crab right here. Use this one and put in the dizziness to him. This allows me to deal more damage. Also, if I'm able to proc Wicked, I'll be very happy actually. Oh, this is really powerful. Nice. Wicked applied. Now he deals more elemental damage whenever I heal if I hit him. Hoopla. No! Nice. So we got the Grandpa Guru roll. È un misto in realtà, Aris. The level design is open, but is divided in map. It's not open world, mind you. So we have locales, like areas, but inside each area we have a lot of freedom to move. So there are many paths you can take in really Souls-like fashion. I'll put a couple of points into Assassin because right now I'm using the Ultra Hammer. So I think it can be useful. Of course, Hammers scales very well with attack damage. No. Goodbye. Next. 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 Yeah, you really want to hear the la 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 at its maximum power, right? This is the Thermite Cave, is one of the locales in Falesia, the one to progress forward. I'll also show you a little bit of the before, right? So, all the path you are seeing on this back is all explorable again. And goes a lot further than you might think. I'll not do spoil more. This will be the Thermite Cave and also the last area I will show you during this live stream, so you can discover the rest for yourself. Internet! Riavviamo tutto per l'ennesima volta. Internet. Ah no, si era ripreso. Vabbè, ho fatto tutto un cazzo, si era ripreso da solo. Ah, Gesù. Ok, ero riavviato la live. Ho riavviato la line, ho riavviato tutto, ho richiuso, ho riaperto OBS. Ci siamo? Oggi è tipo è la quarta volta che internet sparisce a caso. Cioè, proprio oggi, porcaccio. Getzo, grazie, benvenuto, buonasera. Dio mid. There are ways to increase the decrease difficulty. Okay, so we don't have difficulties, but we do have New Game Plus. And our New Game Plus is a lot harder than the base game, like much more than you expect from a regular Souls-like game. As the base game of Enotria is slightly easier because we want you to experiment with the build and be more accessible overall, the New Game Plus is extremely challenging compared to the base game. Yeah, so I have to redo the Rift because I quit during it, so I have to redo it. The game don't save the inside of rifts, of course, because our, let's say, special pocket dimension. So, yeah. Grazie, Aris. C'è una challenge mode di New Game, I cannot spoil you. Ci sono certe cose che non posso dire. Ma lo scoprirete. Il pifferaio. Basta, smetti. This guy. No, don't worry, I'll translate it for you. Actually, let me keep some of the daggers that I've just picked up. The astral daggers, yeah. They can help me in this section. Oh no, you don't. You do. Damage! Damage! I'll not open the chest. I'll not satisfy your sense of discovery. Please, fisherman. Fisherman. Peppo, grazie per il sub, Peppo. Senza zero regole. Bonk. Grazie Aris. Tomorrow. Yeah, you can pre-order it or buy the deluxe. I think there is the early access of 3 days. Alla combo Big Bang? Puoi dirlo for real, Alex, sì. Sì, sono il gameplay director. I'm the gameplay director of Enotria. Pericolosissimo. Ah, yes. F range enemies. I hate ranged enemies. Oh, and now... Boom! Deleted. Vermiglio spell is very powerful. Ah, yes, this guy. The hammer is always the hammer. Yes. There is this whole section of the Terme. There is another sub-area that is also relatively big. I'm not gonna show you. So you can explore it yourself. And now we are proceeding to another boss fight. So I'm gonna increase the music to the maximum, of course, in this case. So you can fully hear the music. Because I know that you guys enjoy it. We kill those guys so you can take the elevator that goes somewhere I will not tell you, of course, after defeating the guy. How many designers we are? We are 8 designers. Beh, li devi fare, Aris, riposta. Bye! Per PlayStation 5 esce domani se avete l'Early Access. Scusami, se avete la Deluxe, perché ci sono 3 giorni di Early Access, se no esce il 19. Mi è missato. I am the gameplay director, Pendle. And Jamma organized a live stream with me this evening, and the Pruld will stream on 9 PM today. No, no, man, it's not bad. Play it yourself. I don't know who said it's bad, but I don't think so. Ah, vedi, Alex si è fatto Sekiro no damage. Line. Boom. This guy is an elite tennis. He can resist me. There we go. Monetary con 5G, no? Internet always in the best moment. No, Rox, today is absurd. It's 5 times that internet dies during this live stream. Internet literally died five times during this live stream. Luckily for us, our save system is perfect. So I can literally Alt F4, reset OBS, reset everything, and I don't lose progress, I don't lose anything. John Enotria, of course. Tomorrow, official statement from the gameplay director. The official name of the maskless one is John Enotria. No. So we were saying.
Beast, is the deed done? Your time draws near.
Aia. Ok. Fuck. She faked it. Aia.
Stay still.
Change face. Oh no. Oh no! Oh mio Dio. Notch. Definition of relentless. Ah! Ok, no. no, 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 no. And I'm even over leveled for this fight also. Like usually when you meta for the first time, you don't have like +8 weapons. So this was what I was saying. Like the optional content is a lot harder. Ah! All right, good. Oh no! No, no, no. And this I partially parried it. Ah, damage. Damage.
A foregone conclusion.
Ah! So I wanted to show you this fight, right? For what I was saying at the beginning of the live stream. Like, yes, some of the golden path is easier and more accessible than anything else, but there are parts that really put a challenge. Usa il peso, assolutamente sì. Allora, sì, apparecchia allora, Aris. So I think I'm ending there also because internet is dying every 5 minutes. So to be honest, guys, I'm really sorry. Also, I feel really bad because you know internet has died 5 times during this live stream, and then today was a big day. So I'm kind of sad for that, to be honest. But I hope that you enjoyed it regardless, and I hope you will check out Enotria that will come out tomorrow from early access and such, and for both the PC and PlayStation, and the full release on the 19th of September. No, unfortunately, Enotria, this current version of Enotria is not. It's completely single player. Alright, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. We will catch up later.